And so we got an opportunity right now in St. Joseph for men, women, everyone to restore these things and to be affirmed and know that we are loved by the very man who took care of our Lord himself, St. Joseph.
Yeah, yeah. This is a very, I think, a call for greater conversion to, for men, greater conversion to becoming more fatherly.
Yeah.
That in the direction of, again, not looking for anything, but being there for their sake, for the sake of the folks. And in a society that tends to be fairly focused on self-indulgence, one part of the culture calls themselves foodies because, and I like good food, but there's a self-indulgent quality.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to go out and nourish others, we're taking in all the time. Yeah. That's a shift that St. Joseph, I think, inspires in us.
Yep.
Not to take in and grab for ourselves, but to make it a turn outwards.
Yeah, and I think that if we look to St. Joseph, we're going to see an example of that servant sacrificial leadership. Because a lot of people today, you know, when a man sometimes does try to act like a man in the traditional sense, they get emasculated by the culture. They say, hey, don't do that. Or they say, that's toxic, I'm offended. Everybody's triggered today, right? When they experience something that in the past was common sense. But if we look to St. Joseph, we see you don't have to shy away from a man being a leader, being actually the head of the family. Right? That's dangerous language today. People say, oh, I'm so offended by that. But this man was the head of the Holy Family. And Jesus and Mary, the two greatest people to walk this planet, were happy to be under his leadership because it was a sacrificial leadership. It was for their good. He was willing to do anything and everything for them. If we had more men like that, nobody would be afraid to call the man the head of the home anymore, because they'd be like Jesus ultimately and like St. Joseph.
Yeah. It does seem odd to me that as people try to get rid of firearms, they keep getting more and more triggered. Very odd. But we have to take a break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, so please stay with us.